Hello everyone, welcome to PTV's post-game coverage of Seton Hall women's basketball right here at the Walsh Gymnasium. My name is Louie Pasculli. I'll be bringing you everything you need to know about the game tonight. The Pirates took on Iona at home, ended up being victorious 75-32. Was a really big win for the Pirates in this first game of the season. They won handily, only spent 22 seconds throughout the entire contest trailing. The Pirates fired off early, they started off hot, and they did not let off the gas pedal. It was a very good start. Went on a 19-2 run at one point during that first quarter there, and they didn't look back from there. Here's what Coach Bozzella had to say about the hot start from the Pirates.
Yeah, I think we got off to a hot start because we really focused on defense. We're going to let them score. You know, we're going to make every basket they had to make very difficult. And we knew, you know, Coach Chanel did a great job on the scout. We guessed what they were going to run because obviously they have a different head coach than they had in the past. But this head coach is my former player. She's a great person, going to be a great head coach. But, you know, we took their FTU stuff and we thought they would run a lot of that. And I think, you know, the staff had them prepared and the kids came out with a passion and a toughness to execute. They really did.
And Captain Amari Wright really led the way early on in this game. She was getting up and down the floor, making plays on both ends. At first, she spent a large portion of the contest leading the team in points with 8 before being knocked off by Micah Gray later on into the game. But on the defensive side, she was doing a very good job as well. She was forcing turnovers. She also was getting steals and making it just really difficult for the Iona offense to really get anything going. Her, again, having to fill those beloved shoes of Lauren Park Lane as she has now moved on. It's going to be Amari Wright's point guard position, and so far after this first game here this season, she's done a fairly good job of stepping up, taking on that role. She had a very good game today. In addition to what I mentioned, she also led the team in assists with 6 throughout the entirety of the contest, and it was a game where she certainly did not need to play the entirety of the contest. So again, good showing from the Pirates. And also about Micah Gray, she played great. She is a transfer student, only a sophomore, but you wouldn't know it based on watching her play tonight. She did really good. She led the team with 11 points, and she had an all-around good game for her first collegiate game as a Seton Hall Pirate. Over on the Iona side, there was 2 players that led the scoring, both tied at 7 points. And then Fajardo was the player that led in both rebounds as well as assists. 7 rebounds, 3 assists for Fajardo. She seemed to be doing a lot with shooting the basketball as well as facilitating and working hard on the glass. She had a very good performance for Iona, but nonetheless, Iona just overall was not a match for this Seton Hall Pirates team. After coming off a championship in the MAC division last season, they will look to turn things around after starting 0-1 here at Walsh Gymnasium. The Pirates' next game is against Columbia, and now the Pirates do have some history with Columbia, having played them a few times in the last few years here, and one time in a tournament game. So these two teams know each other. There have been some close games in the past, and I think you can expect more of the same from the Pirates. What we saw tonight was a team that was hungry and a team that played very fast. Now, with Lauren Park Lane at the helm, this was how the Pirates team had played. They pushed the basketball up the court. They would get out in transition. They would try to catch you off guard. And it seems to be that that's going to be the mantra going forward in this season as well. I think that this Pirates team, led now by Amari Wright, is going to do those same kind of things. And Coach talked about it in the post-game press conference about the stingy defense and making the other team really work for and earn every basket that they end up getting or doing. And so I think that is what we can see and what we can expect from this Pirates team moving forward. We also saw 11 different players score the basketball for Seton Hall. All but one player who checked into the game put up at least 2 points, and it was a really good showing. It just goes to show the amount of depth that the Seton Hall Pirates team has. Coach Bozzella talked in the press conference about the depth of the squad, and here's what he had to say.
We have a lot of different kids to score. I don't think anyone understands how good a player, you know, Iona and McKenna White are. When they came off the bench, it's really hard. You know, Asia is one of the best post players, to be honest with you, in the country. Yeah, she's still getting herself back into a rhythm, but it's really good. And while the numbers don't throw at you, when you watch how hard they play and how much action they take up and stuff, you'll see a really good players.
That will do it for PTV's post-game coverage here of Seton Hall women's basketball. Once again, Seton Hall winning 75-32 over the Iona Gales. My name is Louie Pasculli. We thank you for tuning in, and make sure to check our YouTube for all of post-game coverage here of Seton Hall, both men's and women's basketball. We'll see you next time.